Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check 4, check. 22.
Ryan. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Right here. 21.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
25. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. And what's that? And what's the ball?
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. First down, a run with Cohen. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play action. Now Trubisky. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. 18. Under. X3. 218.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been
wish down run, sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's and the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Hey, 18. Yep.
They go play action with Trubisky. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Blue. Red, up. Hey, high 7.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Bears 7, Falcons nothing.
Mike, 180. Mike 4. Exit. Red, up. Jim. Shit. Red, up. Blue. Stop.
They go play action. Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Right there.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure. When you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Just like that. 54, down. 58, come on. You must be Bravo. 58,
On 2nd and 15 now. Ryan agreeing with a catch left side. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Check 24.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Davis. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Third down and 11.
180. March by 4. Here we go. Here we go. Back.
On 3rd down, Davis. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
180. Mark 54. Yeah. Under 10. 10. Shoot. He's checking. Hey, ball. Man, go. Right.
4th down. Here's Trubisky. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Turnover on downs.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A big run by the big man Fournette. 48 yards on the ground. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now Leonard Fournette, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 13-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I got him.
SOS.
Here's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Ross on the return. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, box truck.
To Ryan. It's the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
From the gun, it's Ryan. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 26-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. This time Ryan will throw. Eluding the and a big loss here as he's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
So the sack pushes him back, and now deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you. Lock in.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Open man, Taylor Gabriel.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, a give to Davis. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
54 in your face.
Now Trubisky on first down. This one into the hands of Burton. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
180. Mike 45. Get ready.
On first down, Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Switch. Watch safety creep. Alert. Safety's creeping.
They go back to the ground now with Davis. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check 15.
They go again with Davis. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 33-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack, his 2nd sack of the night.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Switch. Check it out, Reed. Hey, check. Gun.
From the gun, Ryan. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Leonard Floyd able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Let's take it inside his own 40. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check. Watch 54. He's time to leave. He's time to rush. Me. I got him. I got motion there. Me. I got him.
They'll run it again here with Davis. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Alert! Alert! He's coming. Alert! He's coming. Double up. Pilot, 64, weak. Tighten it up.
Again, it's Davis. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The offense back out there at the line, ready. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Fine. Got it.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Green with a catch left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 32 that time.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10.
Check 59, Mike. Face. 59, Mike to 59. Let's go, B. Big Sears right here. Hey, Tuesday.
Ryan. Going deep downfield for Ross. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 60 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the night. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Right there, 54 miles. Here we go, Gary. Rush. Hey, 18. Rush in. Watch twist. 6-6. Pull it high. 18. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
From the 25 on second down, Trubisky. He's got Burton here. A gain there of 21 yards.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
46-yard line.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 31.
A first down carry for Davis. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Alert. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, check it out.
Throwing now is Trubisky. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. Davis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Davis. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. This would put them in the NFC title game. And he